Good evening. It's evening when I'm recording. It'll be morning when I release this. Ableton just dropped an update to the Ableton Move console that I'm pointing at that is off camera that is kind of massive. And I had to, being the premier Ableton Move channel with over 50 subscribers, I had to cover it. So here we are. I've just downloaded it. I thought we'd check it out together. Let me turn this light down so we can see a little bit of what's going on the Move here. There we go, dramatic lighting. So for those of you who don't know, the Ableton Move is a groove box. And it has MIDI and synthesizers, only 4 tracks. And it goes blurry as well on my screen. There we go. But the thing that Ableton just did is they just introduced a couple of massive features that I think is going to... I know people use the word game changer a lot online, mainly because they use AI to write scripts and that uses it a lot. But I actually think that these features are a game changer for not just Ableton products, but groove boxes in general. So I want to dig into them once I get the lighting right and once it can decide where to focus. I think that's a good balance. So I'm going to open up a set. The first thing that they just introduced in the new beta firmware, so this is not the official release just yet, but they just introduced audio tracks, which may sound a little bit weird, but basically the tracks so far have just been MIDI based, so drum machines, synthesizers, sort of thing. Now, but you can have samples on drum machines, so you can have audio, but they've just introduced audio tracks, so you can literally record audio clips with time stretching into the Move itself. But not only that, they have some other stuff, which I want to get to in a second. So the very first thing is we've got an empty set with a drum machine. Beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to this track, and then I'm going to do this. So we're going to go back to the main instrument selection, and at the top there should be yes, audio track. So now we have an audio track across here where we can record clips. Now I don't exactly know how to do it yet. I've only just seen a couple of people's sort of bits and pieces online. So I think what we can do is we arm it with record. Yes. And then we choose which pad we want to record to. Hold on. Yeah, microphone. And I want to monitor it. So we choose the pad that we want to record to, and it should just automatically start recording. But let me quickly set the tempo. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to choose a pad. Test, 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 test. Okay, so now we have a sample that is 4 bars long, as you can see on this little screen here. Let me just turn off the monitoring of the microphone. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so now we have this pad with the 4 bar little loop, and it's kind of half tried to chop it up for us. But what we can do is we can change the gain, we can transpose it, we can change the start. So let's go to this. What it does is it keeps the loop in time. So loop length, we want 2 bars, and we want to just, let's play. Test, 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 test. Okay, so what I can do, test, 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 test. Okay, so now it's chopped it up, and we now have an audio loop. But not only that, well, obviously we can change the gain to it and stuff like that. But on audio tracks, there is something else that we can have, well, on any track really, which is the auto shift. So this, I believe, is the only groove box, apart from like the MPC, which is like a full-blown workstation, but this is the only groove box that has pitch correction on it, which is pretty massive. So this is basically like, you know, Antaro's auto-tune or whatever it is. So you can have the strength of it, you can change the smoothness, you can change the formants of it. So I can, when I play back, test, 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 test. So we can do test, 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 test. So yeah, so we can have it so it snaps within a certain range. So here it's got the root of C and the scale is chromatic, or you can do major, minor, all the scales that you have, and then measure the dry wet. So we can, if we want to, now use this as like a songwriting tool where you can sing in, you know, onto these clips, up to 8 clips, sing in and have pitch correction on them, and then on a second audio track you can play guitar chords or whatever it is, have those as recorded loops just straight on the thing, like Ableton used to be. The original Ableton was just obviously loops, right? So you could have, if you want, 4 lots of audio tracks and just use it just as a straight up sampler, but with pitch correction on it as well. So that's pretty awesome. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't really planned for this video. I am literally just experiencing it as you guys are. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I am going to make the world's worst track. I'm going to delete that original clip because that was just a test. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the world's most basic drum beat. So we have something to play to. Okay, now we're going to turn off the metronome because I always forget to do it, and then we are going to do, oh, it didn't record it properly. Hold on, sorry, told you I wasn't prepared. Okay, so I'm literally just gonna go whatever over it, just so we can get some pitches and then see if it can pitch correct them. So I'm not gonna pretend that I'm purposefully gonna sing badly over it, but I'm definitely gonna sing badly over it. So let's see. The only thing is, oh, okay. So, sorry, I'm just looking. So this is the session mode, but when I go onto the individual audio track, it has the clips there. So can I have, I thought there was only 8 clips, but can you have more than 8 clips? No, that sounds, no, it's just empty space that they've left there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's record an audio clip singing, I guess, or scatting. Okay, so we can hear the auto-tune working. Let me turn the track volume down so we don't all despise me. So now that we have that, let me go back onto the track and then go onto the auto shift. Oops. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the smoothness. Okay. Okay, perfect. So basically, let me just turn it down so we can hear what's going on. So basically, when you're recording the clips, it just kind of removes the other MIDI clips to make it a bit clearer that you're on the audio track. But as you can hear, I mean, obviously my singing is just a load of crap. But as you can hear, the fact that it has auto-tune on a, whatever this is, $400-500 Groove box is pretty nuts, because you could just use this live on stage now as a performance tool. That's pretty cool, and it's a free update. The other thing that it has as well is, let me just turn this down to make sure that you can actually hear me. What this also has is, see it says link here? You can now do, yeah, it is on there. You can now do audio link, which is a feature in Ableton, a new feature in Ableton Live. I've never used link. Actually, I'm going to stop that because it's losing my concentration. But it has audio link as well. So in Ableton Live, what you can do now is stream audio from the Move into Ableton Live, and it synchronizes it over Wi-Fi. So I believe before you could stream the MIDI, but now you can actually stream the audio. So I could stream this audio track directly over to Live, and then add extra effects on or whatever it is in Live, and just listen to the audio through Live. So I can still use Move as it is, but rather than having to import it and all that sort of stuff, you can just take the audio direct from the Move into Live now, and continue to work on it. So you could, I mean, I guess that means you could have multiple moves if you wanted to that were synchronized together going into Ableton Live, streaming the audio straight to Ableton Live if you wanted to. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. That's so cool. I mean, I think for me, the possibility, like I'm more of a guitarist. I always have been, despite how it may sound. But like guitar for me is like just being able to pick up the guitar, strum some chords, and then sing. That's how I would like normally write music. So with this, having audio tracks and also pitch correction, because I'm a terrible singer, being able to sit there and go, okay, I can record some chords in like a loop, and then on the next track be able to just like sketch out some harmonies or whatever it is, as a songwriting tool. It's kind of perfect. And this is, I was going to say, this is what it's been missing. Move, I already found Move pretty impressive in what it did already, but now it's got this. I am super impressed. I mean, just the pitch correction tool alone, I mean, you would pay for a live pitch correction unit, I don't know, I think there's like ones out there that are like $350, $400. It's just free. And you could have four. You could have four harmonized looping vocals if you wanted to, all in perfect pitch with each other. You can also, the other thing that I wanted to sort of check out was, because we've recorded that audio, let me just mute the other tracks for now. Let me copy this across. So what we can do, sorry, bear with me here. Yeah, so see, you've got this tempo thing here. You can change, it's got like a move specific algorithm, time stretching algorithm that is like super optimized just for this device, is my understanding. So you can change the tempo of it if you want to. So we recorded at 120, so let's do it down to yeah, I guess 240, so double it to stretch it out. Why can't I count? There you go. 240. I don't know whether you can probably... There you go. I mean, to me, that's pretty good time stretching algorithm. Like, that sounds pretty natural. So yeah, so we can do that. And I guess, so that's the tempo. Gain, transpose. So I guess if I did 8 bars, 7, 8. Yeah, there you go. You can see that it's accommodated for that on the endpoint of the sample itself. Clearly can't perform miracles with the pitch correction. Let's see. Wow. That is stretched to within an inch of its life. I love it. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. This is so much fun. Oh, did I crash it? I actually... Oh no, I didn't crash it. It's 4 bars long. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So being able to manipulate the start time, but it's still in pitch because it's going through the auto shift. So it's just kind of like scatting, I guess, but with the start time. So that's a lot of fun. I also believe you can automate the, you can still automate all of the parameters on the step sequencer as well. Let me go through here on, hold on one second. That was the chair creaking, by the way, just in case you thought it was anything else. Let me get up my screen. So there we go. Here are the release notes that they have for it. So, okay, so we've got to have Ableton 12.4 to open sets created with this. So here we go. Audio tracks. Move 2.0 introduces audio tracks, a new track type in addition to MIDI tracks. So that's how they're displayed. There you can mess with the tempo and it's showing you. You can browse samples. So you can also take samples that you've already recorded and just imported in. You can browse samples or record any audio directly into an audio track. Move automatically keeps every audio clip in sync with the global tempo. With high quality time stretching, you can change an audio clip's tempo independently from its pitch and vice versa, so loops and recordings stay musical. When you load loops, Move detects their tempo automatically, either from the file name or by analyzing the clip's length. Okay, so in the file name itself, you can put in the tempo, so that's super useful if you got loops, or if you wanted to do like a performance or something like that, you can just put in 180 and it will just record it, it will import it as that. And then you can just import that clip into one of these clips down, one of these pads down here. Audio tracks can also be used for live processing. Monitor incoming audio through the audio tracks effects chain to turn the Move into an effects box for performances. So audio tracks also can be used for live performances, as we said. So I guess potentially, I think the Move is I think the Move can, I don't know whether you could have 4 live tracks, like 4 inputs, because there's obviously 4 tracks here. I don't know whether you could have 4 audio tracks and then somehow get 4 in, because I think it can run from USB-C audio interfaces. So maybe you could put 4 inputs into those 4 tracks. I don't know, maybe. I guess we'll figure it out. Known issues, missing features. Step sequence automation for audio effects on audio tracks. You can record or capture automation instead. Okay, so you can't do step sequence automation. So normally on the Move, that would be holding down the step sequence and then changing the parameter. You can't do that right now, but you can record or capture automation. Okay. Okay. As of right now, the UI for audio clip start parameter is preliminary. Okay. Sorry, it's quite late when I'm recording this. Audible clicks when a clip starts, ends loops when changing the loop. Okay. Audible gap at the end of the loop when finishing recording. Okay. A recorded audio clip can become silent after pressing undo. Maybe that's what we kind of experienced before. Button click noise might be recorded when a recording is stopped. Definitely heard that. When pressing an empty audio clip slot, you might keep seeing the previous clip's waveform. Okay. Oh, there's also a new effect. So that's the other thing that I totally forgot about because I got too excited, is that there is an erosion effect. So let's do the drum kit, and let's take a look at this erosion. I think this is already, there you go. This is already in live, I think, but I have not used live enough to know what it's like, but I believe it's like a distortion, like a bit crush. So, oh, I probably should have done it without first, so let me amount 0. Okay, so okay, so this is it. This is the drum beat without erosion. Now let's turn the amount up. Ooh. Okay. So it's noise blend. Ooh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of like a bit crush. Let me do it on the like 100 hertz to see if we can get the kick. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's kind of fuzzies it up. It's kind of like a bit crush, but filtered. filtered to like a select few frequencies, I guess. Okay, I want to hear it on the vocals. So let's scrap the reverb and is it stopped? Is it broken? Did I mute it? There you go. Whoopsie. Ooh. Okay, this can really... I guess it's kind of like vinyl-y-ish. So there you go. There's Live's new features, new effects, or 2 new effects, a whole new track capability, and Link Audio. Here's the official description of Link Audio. Connect Move with Ableton Live 12 using Link and send the audio from either Move's main outs or individual tracks into Live. There are no additional settings required on Move, just enable Link on Move and set up the routing. I don't know how Americans say it. Routing in Live. Yeah. And then workflow improvements, hide key and scale, and full velocity in session mode. Good for you guys for doing that. Hide key and scale and full velocity in session mode. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess. Cool. So there you have it. What a cool freebie for people that own the Move. So I'm going to continue playing with this. I haven't made a video in a week. Well, I technically did, but I just haven't released it because I didn't like the way it sounded. So this is kind of breaking my little. I had to break my time off in order to cover this because I just thought it was such a cool bunch of features. So I can't wait to dig into this. Let me know if you've dug into it. I guess because it's in beta still, there's going to be a lot of glitches and bugs. But as of right now, what an awesome bonus. So that's it for now. I will see you very soon. I've got some stuff in the works. So see you very soon. And I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.